Hi, this is Deborah Chetwood, and I am going to go through this new application that we've worked on and show you how it's going to be, well, complete awesomeness, can't lie. So here's the play button. You're going to push the play. It's going to pull up this little window here. Company information. You're going to see two tabs, company and contracts. If you notice, if I click over here, it's all blank. Deborah, okay, whatever. Under company name is where you would plug in your company name. Mine has already been plugged in once. That's the beauty of this. Once you plug in certain aspects of this, it saves it for you. I'm going to go through that a little bit more in detail here in a second. The company logo, wherever that is, if you browse and find your company logo, it saves it in there for you. Your tax rate, you put in what your tax rate is for your area. It's kind of common stuff here. Your company's name, your client's name, just for kicks and fun, I'm going to use Honey Boo Boo. Why not? And since she's a minor, this part right here, contractual information, is add-ons that you can add in here. They're not necessary for an order form. It's just you know what? Sometimes we forget to do things. Like sometimes we get so excited for those sessions that we forget to get a model release. So wouldn't it be nice to have a place to go, oh, I forgot that. Well, let me just add that in here. So while we're going over their pictures, I can just slip it in there and have them sign it. Easy peasy. So what I did is set this up to be, you have model release, minor model release, copyright release information for when you do release files to them. If you're doing digitals, even watermarked, whatever, you're giving them information saying this is the copyright laws. You're going to have them sign off on it. Every one of these, however, will have, because this is an order form, a sales and order policy. And you'll see down here in the bottom that I have mine put in here. However, this is all customizable for you. So it's in here. You can go in and put in what you want to have included in yours. Will you have to do that every time you open the file? Absolutely not. That's what makes this beautiful. I give you something to start with, and then you fill it in what you want it to be. You customize it to yourself, and then the next time you open it up, it is saved for you. Now let's look at this next window that was blank before. It auto-filled in what I had put in there before. And this last time around, I actually put in just to prove a point, and it kept it. So I'm going to type in something else. What awesomeness this is. How about that? Because it really is. But this is actually my part right here. I understand that all negatives are property of, and it says my company name in bold. You can go in and fill that in if you like. However, it's going to fill that in for you by pulling from your company name that you have in here. So I just leave it alone. Notice down here, minor model release. I, Honey Boo Boo, for good and valuable consideration, the receipt recipient of which is hereby acknowledged, blah, 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 blah. So it already pulled the client's name in, and it's going to save whatever you choose to put in there. If you want to change this up, like I said, that last bit I changed up was saved from the last time I did it. So what awesomeness this is will be saved in here for the next time around. So that's, in a nutshell, what this is about. Then you have a reset button. If you want to get rid of everything you've done, it'll bring back the default of what was in there from my stuff. And then you can select OK. It pulls up the next window of automation. You are going to go out and find those images of wherever you stored them. Mine is, I'm just going to pull up some others. I mean, I don't have any Honey Boo Boo ones, so I'll just pull up some quick other files. It's not what it's about. And I'm going to say, okay, watch it autofill. And granted, I have a pretty powerful processor, so whatever your computer is going to dictate how fast it goes and how slow, I don't really have control over that. But what I do want you to see is how much easier and faster this is compared to you manually inputting this in. And let's face it, when you have the human factor in there, there's always room for error. This automates it for you. And I have a compress the image in here because you can use large images, you can use small. And then it goes out and lets you save it. I'm just going to save it as a sample, save example, and overwrite the one that was already there. Not a big deal. But when you go out and hand do this by yourself, you've got room for human error. Anybody does. Anyone who tells you, oh no, I can do it, please. Human error, people. So by automating this, it takes the human factor out of it. I know for a fact that it's pulling the actual title of the image that it's plugging here is going right next to it. And then we have the love it, like it, and leave it. We have the quantity, the size, the subtotal. We made these big enough so you can make little notes next to it. We have a subtotal, the sales tax, the total, additional notes that you want to handwrite in there or type in, totally fine. What is this? Copyright and release. What awesomeness this is. It plugged it right in. Notice I have read and accepted the terms above. You ask your client to initial. Your client's name is right here on the footer with the date. Minor release, the name is in there. We're going to have the parents actually hand write their minor's name in. They're going to initial. They're going to sign. They're going to initial here. Down here, we're going to have sales and order policy. They will go through and read all of this in initial. You'll have them sign and date here. And then when you get the products in, you'll pull this form back out for them and have them sign off that all products were accounted for and to their satisfaction. This makes life so much easier. Think of how many images you show to a client during a session and how fast this runs. This took me to hand do this. Takes forever. This takes me less than a minute to have it done. And that should be it. If you have any questions, just post them as comments underneath this. I'll be more than happy to answer this for you. Expect this to be released in the next couple of days. Of course, this is a PC version. We will be we're looking into open source. We're looking into Mac. Like I said in my comments to other people, it depends on the demand. If you want Mac, if you're dying for Mac, leave me a comment under there. Let me know. I will tally the votes. If we get enough that justifies the cost, we will buy it. But until that happens, we are staying on the PC side of the world. And thanks for taking a look at this. I'm very excited about this. I know quite a few people are. And we're definitely working to push this out to you guys, but we don't want to push it out until we know that it is ready to go and you can run with it, enjoy it, and love it as much as I do.